The South Union Township Sports Network, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, Armstrong and Breezeline Cable, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Breezeline Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Billy Dice. We have boys high school soccer on tap from Mustang Field. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs taking on the Uniontown Red Raiders. The two schools' girls programs played earlier. The Lady Mustangs knocked off Uniontown by a score of 7-0. We're hoping for a little closer game here as the Laurel Highlands boys take on the Uniontown Red Raiders. We'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Jason Taylor, for the starting lineups.
Starting lineups for this evening's match. First, for the visiting Red Raiders, led by head coach Jamie Holland. A senior captain on defense, number 11, Parker King. A captain and a senior midfielder, number 18, Sam Fitzpatrick. A senior defenseman, number 24, Levi Gillian. A senior midfielder, number 10, Ram 10. A junior forward, number 22, Kyle Ospa Davis. A junior midfielder, number 12, Rocco Fuhrer. A junior defenseman, number 13, Cooper Gillian. A sophomore midfielder, number 14, Ethan Roebuck. A freshman midfielder, number 6, Braylon Woods. On defense, a freshman, number 19, Logan Davis. And in goal for the Raiders, number 2, Tommy Harisi. And now the starting lineup for your Laurel Highlands Mustang. A senior defenseman, 00, Cooper Hunt. A junior midfielder, number 4, Ryan Rockwell. A senior defenseman, number 5, Dominic Georgiana. A senior midfielder, number 7, Bryce Bendishaw. A sophomore striker, number 8, Cole Radcliffe. A senior striker, number 9, Thatcher Wilson. In goal for the Mustangs, a senior, number 10, Luke Simpson. A senior defenseman, number 13, Braden Hall. a senior midfielder, number 14, Tim Lasik. A senior striker, number 18, Courtney Weston. And on defense, a senior, number 31, Sean Maggart.
You doing another anthem or is that it? And we're just about set to go for Mustang Field. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders are storylines going into tonight. Laurel Highlands putting their 34-game win streak in this series over Uniontown on the line tonight. The last Red Raider win over the Mustangs in high school soccer. You have to go all the way back to 2004. Laurel Highlands has dominated this series. The Mustangs a season ago just 7-11, 4-10 in conference play. In fact, they saw their 6-year playoff win streak or 6-year playoff appearance streak come to an end. Uniontown unable to win a game a season ago. They went 0-14-1, 0-13-1 in conference play. The Red Raiders with a new head coach this year in Jamie Holland. He's being assisted by Clint Holes, and Jerry Rogers back for his 11th season as the head coach of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs possessing a 4-3-3 today, a little bit more offensive-minded with Cole Radcliffe, Thatcher Wilson, and Courtney Weston on the front line. Uniontown playing a more conservative 4-5-1 today. Cal Hospa Davis, the lone striker for Uniontown. In the center box is Cole Radcliffe to get things started. Actually, it's Courtney Weston, 18. Cole Radcliffe wearing number 8. We'll see both of them tonight. In fact, Cole's brother, Harry, was just in front of us a couple of moments ago. And Cole on the ball right now, but quickly taken away. There, a little poke from Braylon Woods trying to send it down to the Mustang keeper, Luke Simpson. And Simpson trying to send it out on the far side for Laurel Highlands. Touch there from Bryce Bendashaw, who was actually questionable coming into this game today, working his way down the far boundary and deflected out of play off that far side, off of Laurel Highlands and out. So Uniontown will get possession back. The Red Raiders in their away whites today with maroon numbers and maroon shorts. Laurel Highlands in the home reds with white numbers and blue shorts. Again, the Mustangs working left to right as we describe it here in the first half. Brian Morozak along with you. Nice to have Billy Dice behind the camera on our South Union Township Sports Network video feed. And a nice run here down the near side from Dominic Georgiana looking to center. That's the freshman keeper, Tommy Harisi, who's able to make the save there for Uniontown. A young Uniontown team. In fact, 3 freshmen in the starting 11 today, 1 sophomore, 3 juniors, and 4 seniors for Jamie Holland's squad as the Mustangs occupy possession right now, sending it on their back line again to Cooper Hunt. And a lot of seniors back. In fact, 13 seniors on this Laurel Highlands team this year. So the Mustangs experience trying to get back to the postseason after missing out. In fact, they have a lot of depth as well. Talking to Laurel Highlands assistant coach Jerry Rogers Jr., he tells me they'll actually occupy a traveling squad for the first time this year, and players will actually have to earn their way onto the traveling squad, something Laurel Highlands has not had to do in past seasons, but great to see the participation here at Laurel Highlands as far as high school soccer is concerned. Cole Radcliffe trying to work there in between defenders on the Laurel Highlands side, but has it taken away there. Nice little dive from Braylon Woods, another freshman. They'll play it back, almost a misplay, and came very close to an own goal there as Tommy Harisi able just to deflect it wide, but the Mustangs on the attack right now as Ryan Rockwell will trigger it in here from the near side. Rockwell sending it down. A little touch there from Tim Lasik. And then quickly taken away here on this Uniontown attack. And a low shot is getting it back there for the Mustangs as Bryce Bendashaw taking it away from Ethan Roebuck. And again, they send it in to Tommy Harisi here quickly. And then out on the far side will be Mustang ball. Just 2:30 in. Laurel Highlands and Uniontown 0-0 so far for Mustang Field. Opening game of the season for both the Red Raiders and the Mustangs. They played a couple of scrimmages. This is the first one that counts, and it's a conference game as well. They'll have another conference game coming up on Thursday, and then have the Fayette County tournament this coming weekend, and then conference play to resume again next week. Tim Lasik on it there for just a moment for the Mustangs, taken away by Ram 10, another returning starter for Uniontown, and 10. A little pull down there on the Mustangs' Thatcher Wilson. Give me a free kick here for Laurel Highlands. About 50 yards from goal. Thatcher Wilson, the leading returning scorer for the Mustangs, 16 goals a season ago. He mentioned Bendishaw questionable coming in, but giving it a go for the Mustangs with a foot injury, and they send it back to the top of the 18. A little deflection as Lasik able to pull it back there to Dominic Georgiana, trying to work down the near boundary. Deflected out by Uniontown's Ethan Roebuck, and actually ruled it was deflected by Laurel Highlands going out. So the Red Raiders possession for a moment. Lasik gets it back, headed there by Radcliffe, trying to keep it alive. Cooper Gilliland, though, sitting it the other way, and off of Cooper Hunt and out will be Uniontown's ball. As Ethan Roebuck will hand it off there to teammate Sam Fitzpatrick, who'll fire it back in. Sam playing catch there with Logan Davis. Logan, another Red Raider freshman. Uniontown looking for a little early momentum. The Lady Raiders hung with Laurel Highlands early on before the Laurel Highlands girls pulled away to a 7-0 win in the opening game here at Mustang Field. Hoping this one's a little bit closer between Uniontown and Laurel Highlands here today. Sean Maggart, nice little lob down the far side. Mustangs on the attack. That's Bryce Bendishaw looking to center, a little contact. No foul called. And we play on. As Uniontown sends it back to center with a little open space here. Look out. Good break here for the Red Raiders. A little touch forward. And that ball played back to Luke Simpson. And you have Cal Hospa Davis on that front line for the Red Raiders. Got a nice little feed there from Braden Woods, but the Red Raiders weren't able to finish. And Radcliffe, a little hook down there on Ram 10. Referee saw it and called it. We a Uniontown free kick. Be taken by Sam Fitzpatrick. Edge of his own zone here at the 34-37 mark of the first half. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Morozak and Billy Dice. Opportunity here in the box, and a little poke into the back of the net, and Uniontown strikes first. A goal from Ethan Roebuck. So how about that? We mentioned the Red Raiders coming in had lost 34 straight to Laurel Highlands, but Ethan Roebuck getting Uniontown on the scoreboard here at the 34-26 mark of the first half. And Uniontown, a 1-0 lead over Laurel Highlands, as Roebuck able to beat the longtime standout in goal for the Mustangs and Luke Simpson. Now Laurel Highlands will have to respond, as Georgiana has deflected out here on the near side. And Georgiana will reload. Little touch there off to Ryan Rockwell. And the Red Raiders certainly have to be pleased with the start so far. Looking to get a little more of the ball here back through center. A little deflection. Retreating there is Thatcher Wilson. Battle ensues, and a low ball sent down the far boundary. Cooper Hunt backing up there for the Mustangs. It'll go out of play for Laurel Highlands throw-in. And Hunt will look for a teammate. Or maybe not, just looking to get a few more guys back. Little lob going in over Lasik. Down on the far side, Maggart there for the Mustangs. Bit of a collision there with Rocco Fuhrer. And Uniontown picks up possession again. Little lob, side of the 18. Knocked down there by Hospa Davis, then played back to center. Red Raiders reset there with Cooper Gilliland. Touching it off to Ram 10. Now top of the box, Hospa Davis was trying to spin off a defender, but taken there by the Mustangs. Caton Ruvalcaba setting up the run. Look out here. Cole Radcliffe into the box. The ball just goes wide. Actually had the keeper Harisi beat. The ball sailing wide on the far side. And Uniontown still hanging on to a 1-0 lead here over Laurel Highlands as Harisi will have the free kick. I have to thank our sponsors here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Davis and Davis attorneys at law. Red Raiders getting a little sloppy here on their own side. Cooper Gilliland looking for a clear out and then deflected out off of Uniontown. Also have to thank the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank, the law offices of Zebley, Mahalov, and White. The Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters. And South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. 31-52 left here in the first half. A 1-0 lead for Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. As the Red Raiders striking first here tonight. A goal from Ethan Roebuck and another pull down here and a foul going on the Mustangs. It'll be Braylon Woods to take this free kick. So Woods will put it down. Let's see if he's going to take it or it might be Ram 10. 10 talking things over here on the near side. With Sam Fitzpatrick. Now looks like Fitzpatrick over the ball. This will be from 29 yards out. Fitzpatrick pretty good on these free kicks for Uniontown. Now Fitzpatrick lining up with a line drive into the box. Looking for a little header deflection there from Ram 10, who was unable to get a piece of it. So it goes back to Simpson and a little misclear here. Going for the save was Rockwell, but it goes off of Laurel Highlands and out once again. Uniontown getting possession. Logan Davis sending it in to Braylon Woods. I was talking to our camera guy, Billy Dice, before the game. He said, look out for Woods tonight. But now it's the Mustangs on another run here as Cole Radcliffe down the near side. A little poke just going wide on the near side. So Radcliffe, a couple of opportunities here for the last couple of minutes, but unable to capitalize there for the Mustangs. And that Roebuck goal still holding up so far on the Uniontown side. Again, you look at the Red Raiders, 4 seniors, 3 juniors, 1 sophomore, and 3 freshmen. And they're starting 11 today, not quite the depth that the Mustangs have. Played in on the far side again, Uniontown winning the ball. Kyle Hospa Davis leading the attack down the far side. Cooper Hunt there for Laurel Highlands, playing it back to Luke Simpson. Simpson a little poke there to Dominic Georgiana. Nice little sidestep there on Woods. Trying to play it up through center. Another intercept from the Red Raiders. A little collision. We play on. It'll be Uniontown with possession as Ram 10. Good job to get back there and get the ball for just a moment. Trying to send it forward. Pass was intended for Ethan Roebuck. Gets rolled back to Luke Simpson. Looking for Hunt and a little misplay there. Red Raiders another opportunity. And Hunt a nice little block there out in front. Saving another shot, getting back in Simpson's direction. 29-13 left here in the first half. Still a 1-0 lead for Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. And initiating the contact there was Bendishaw. He'll be called for the foul. Another free kick here for Uniontown. Mustangs without Caton Rulvakaba tonight. Picked up a red card in the Mustangs' final regular season game last year. The Mustangs, in fact, had 4 red cards in that game, but 3 were seniors and then Rulvakaba. So, of course, the other 3 didn't have to worry about it. Ram 10 to take this free kick again from 29 yards out. 10, nice little lob. Blocked down by Simpson. Ball still loose on the far post and deflected out. Might have went off of Sean Maggard and out. If so, it will be a Uniontown corner kick. It appears that way. And Parker King will take it. And now King's going to put it down there and jogging over. And I got a number on that Red Raider. Nonetheless, a Uniontown corner from the far side. Back into the box for a header out in front. Goes back to 10 with another blast. Diving stop. Luke Simpson. Ball comes free here on the near side. Mustangs are saying it went off of Uniontown and out, and it did. But boy, has Simpson been tested early on. Another blast in his direction. coming up big there for the Mustangs. We'll get our first substitutions of the night on the Laurel Highlands side. Checking into the game, number 22, that's Casey Mahoney coming in defensively. Here the Mustangs, another reinforcement on that back line. That one going off of Uniontown and out. So Cole Radcliffe will take this throw in. Off to Tim Lasik. And now in Radcliffe's direction again on the near side between defenders. And forward there to Courtney Weston. Weston double teamed, and the Red Raiders able to win the ball back. Looking there for Woods. Little touch from Radcliffe, but Woods winning it again there for Uniontown. Sending it off on the far wing. Tracking it down there is Parker King. Little collision in front of the Uniontown bench. King trying to keep it alive. Get some help there from Woods. Trying to step up, and Billy was right. Woods impressive so far on the Red Raiders side. Another whistle. What do we got here? Going to be a free kick going Uniontown's way. Another foul called here on the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands has played a little sloppy here in the opening 13 and a half minutes. Along with the entry of Casey Mahoney, Matt Kolensik also checked in on the Laurel Highlands side. Another nice lob down here for the Red Raiders with a little open space, top of the 18. Trying to head it back into the box. Simpson's going to let it go. It'll be a goal kick here for the Mustangs. And if you're just joining us, we mentioned coming in, Laurel Highlands has won 34 straight games in this series over Uniontown. Uniontown has not beat Laurel Highlands on the pitch in 19 years, since 2004. Maddox McAllister entering as well for the first time. Mustang Jr. wearing number 17. Lasik on it right now. Taking it off to his left through center. There's Matt Kolensik. On the back line again. Hunt over to Lasik. And Hunt another touch. Back in Simpson's direction as the Mustangs try to reset from their back line. Lobbed over to Georgiana. And they get around Ethan Roebuck. And Roebuck back down the near wing again, trying to turn it back there for the Mustangs is Ryan Rockwell. Red Raiders knock it down. Nice little spin back there from Sam Fitzpatrick. Set it off on the far wing. Deflecting over to 10, and now Woods. Woods on the settle. Back off to his right. Little pressure there on the Laurel Highlands side from Thatcher Wilson trying to win the ball back. Lasik tripped up. Do we have a foul? Yes, we do. Going here on Uniontown. That was Jackson Collins. And committed the foul. Good crowd on hand. Had some rain earlier. In fact, some pretty good rain during the girls' game between these two schools. Things have let up, and it's turned out to be a pretty good night for high school soccer action. There's Cooper Hunts going back to his left and stepping up on the play there for the Mustangs. It'll blast forward. Little break from Radcliffe, but the ball never got his way. Deflected back to Hunt again. Send it back in Luke Simpson's direction. Simpson, a little line drive back to center. Lasik trying to win it forward. Fitzpatrick there on the Uniontown side. Fitzpatrick dancing all around. Stepping up, nice little run here from Sam Fitzpatrick. Finally slowed down by Maddox McAllister on the Laurel Highlands side. 23:30 left here in the first half. Uniontown hanging on to a 1-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. Conference opener, regular season opener for these two schools. And the Red Raiders have come to play here tonight. Logan Davis blasts forward looking for Hospa Davis. Through him and back to Luke Simpson again. Simpson looking for a little help there top of the box. He'll blast it out to center. Cole Radcliffe knocking it down. Played back there by Cooper Gilliland. And the Red Raiders go wide on the far side. A little center. Davis trying to track it down. Too far there as Luke Simpson send it back out on the near boundary. Over to Ryan Rockwell looking for Georgiana. Too far and out of bounds. And the fall sports season, mentioned it on Friday, but worth mentioning again, certainly not the same without our longtime colleague Jerry Dupay here on the South Union Township Sports Network, who passed away during the summer. Again, our condolences go out to Jerry's family. Jerry has been with the South Union Township Sports Network since its inception. And again, we certainly have heavy hearts up here in the press box as the fall season gets underway. Certainly not the same without Jerry. Luke Simpson, another dangerous drag out there. McAllister a touch down to Georgiana on the near boundary and behind Ryan Rockwell. And the Mustangs just looking sloppy right now. Not intact on some of their passes, and not the Laurel Highlands team that we've been used to seeing over the last couple of years. Let's hope they get a little bit sharper here. Of course, just the opening game of the year, so certainly got to get a little bit of that rust off. Davis again dancing back. Off to Woods. And now Davis again. Those two-play catch. A little pressure there on the Mustang side, and Cooper Hunt stepping up with the ball again. He's been solid on the back line through the opening 19 minutes here for Laurel Highlands. Touch from Fitzpatrick through Ram 10 that time. And back to McAllister. Maddox a little touch. Kolensik gets the ball as well. And check that was Casey Mahoney, 22, not McAllister wearing 17. Early season for us, too. Getting used to all these new Mustang numbers. There's Mahoney. Letting it go through there on the near side. Back over to Ethan Roebuck. Roebuck pulling up, looking to center. And picked up there by Tim Lasik. No deflection back. Red Raiders have had more of the ball so far in this game. Back to Luke Simpson again, almost midway through this first half. Red Raiders lead still holding up at 1-0. Another blast to center. Cole Radcliffe knocking it down, trying to keep possession. Another nice poke away there on the Uniontown side, that time from Parker King. And King turning it away again. Back in Cooper Hunt's direction. Woods there for Uniontown. Braylon Woods having it deflected out. The Red Raiders reload again. Hunt low ball going forward. On the settle. Radcliffe picking it up back through center. Trying to spin off a defender. Now a whistle. And get a foul here on the Mustangs again. And 5 or 6 infractions on Laurel Highlands so far. Only one shot for the Mustangs. And missed the net. And the Red Raiders just one shot on goal as well, but of course it went in. Another nice blast and a high bounce there right in front of Luke Simpson. Is able to pull it down quickly out to Georgiana. Again, a lone Uniontown goal, Ethan Roebuck, at the 34-29 mark of the first half. Brian Morozak along with Billy Dice. Again, thanks for joining us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Our coverage brought to you by Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, the law offices of Zebley, Mahaloff, and White, the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Dominic Georgiana back there to Casey Mahoney. Now Cooper Hunt again stepping up. Low ball and able to get through to Thatcher Wilson. I think he was the intended target. Now the Red Raiders come back on the other side, and Another diving stop there from Luke Simpson. And boy, Simpson been busy here early on. Uniontown just peppering him so far. That one off the chest of Mahoney. And turning and spinning there is Ram 10. I don't think the Mustangs expected this attack out of Uniontown so far. Give the Red Raiders credit. Again, first-year head coach Jamie Holland, assistant coach Clint Holes. Their team well prepared tonight against the Mustangs. Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of these kids, too, know about the history. I think every player probably on the field right now is not alive the last time Uniontown knocked off Laurel Highlands in boys soccer. It's been 19 years. Played back to center again. Ram 10 there. The Mustangs win the ball back. Radcliffe, good play forward going to Thatcher Wilson. Wilson, the shot off the side of the net. Good blast. But put it off the side of the goal. And the freshman Harisi has yet to yield one so far in this game. Red Raiders look for the attack. Goes back to the keeper, Luke Simpson. We're still here in the first half. I think the score hub, if you're watching and somehow is picking up the shots instead of the period on your screen below. Now we're at the 16:07 mark of the first half, a 1-0 lead for Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. Here's Lasik forward. Little leave off there. Rockwell on the far side. A blast going high and wide. So the Mustangs getting some opportunities and still have yet to score. And they still sit at 1-0 Uniontown. Both of these schools playing in Section 3 and 3A for the second straight year. They'll have another realignment when new enrollment figures come out for next season. We have Thomas Jefferson, Albert Gallatin, Bethel Park, Connellsville, Laurel Highlands, Ringgold, Trinity, and Uniontown in the conference. 4 of the 8 will make the WPIAL playoffs, and certainly some heavy hitters. You look at Thomas Jefferson, Bethel Park, strong every year, Ringgold, Trinity, and Connellsville has been a formidable foe as well over the last couple of seasons. No easy outs, and that evident again here tonight. Uniontown, a team that did not win a game last year. 0-14-1. 0-13-1 in conference play. Their lone conference draw came against Albert Gallatin. But they lead Laurel Highlands 1-0. Looking for more here at the 14:44 mark of the first, and 10. A long little sidewinder coming in there. It's a Luke Simpson. Simpson now throws it out on the far side. It's picked up again there by Braylon Woods and rolled back again to Luke Simpson. Our score hub is corrected. We appreciate Jason Taylor helping us out on the scoreboard. Fans might not like it if they're tracking the shots and saves. We appreciate Jason working with us. Always does a great job behind the PA here at Laurel Highlands. Red Raiders trying to leave that one down to Nick Smith, sophomore, just checked into the game on the Red Raiders side. Red Raiders reload again. That one going into Braylon Woods. Mustangs get a little poke out. We'll try to reset from their back line. Thatcher Wilson able to make any hay there. And sent out a play here in the near side. Should be Mustang ball it is. And Dominic Georgiano will reload. And we mentioned Laurel Highlands missing the playoffs last year for the first time after they had made it in 6 straight seasons. Last time they had missed previously, 2015. And turn things around this year. And trying to set up the attack here to tie things up, and the play ruled off sides as Bryce Bendashaw broke a little bit too quickly there on the Laurel Highlands side. Uniontown have possession coming back. They're going to make a pair of substitutions here as well with 12:48 left in the first half. Nice to have you along with us. Brian Morozak with Billy Dice here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Billy and I will be back here on Wednesday as the Laurel Highlands girls will take on Bell Vernon. And the LH girls a 7-0 win over Uniontown earlier on today. It'll be our first girls TV game of the year. I believe our next boys broadcast will be a week from Thursday. I think that's Laurel Highlands and Ringgold. It is. Thursday the 7th at 7:30. That'll be the next Mustang home game after today as well. Trinity comes to town on the 19th. Of course, we mentioned the last time the Hillers and the Mustangs got together, final regular season game of the year last year. Things got a little chippy, to say the least. 4 red cards issued to Mustang players in that game. And there were 4 men down at the end of that contest. They fell 4-1. The Mustangs had already been eliminated from the WPIAL playoffs. And the seniors really threw everything out there on the field. And their effort at times maybe a little bit too aggressive. Cole Radcliffe, whose brother Harry is here tonight, graduated back in June. Cole's sister Jocelyn, a senior on the Laurel Highlands girls team. There's Braylon Woods again. Looking for something on the far side. Broken up by Matt Kolensik and then deflected out on the far side. So we're under 11 minutes left in this first half. Still a 1-0 lead for Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. You'd have to think, if you look at how things have gone between these two schools over the last 19 years, the Mustangs probably thought, hey, this is a game we'll be able to play a lot of kids, likely dominate. Well, it's not been the case by any means tonight. Ethan Roebuck having that one taken away by Georgiana, and we're going to get a foul called here on Roebuck. Maybe a little bit out of frustration there, upending Georgiana. Haven't had a card issued in this game here tonight. Referees have kind of made calls when they've had to, but there hasn't been anything too excessive so far tonight. A little dribble out here from Ryan Rockwell. Back to Cooper Hunt. Going low and played down there by Thatcher Wilson. Wilson on the reset to Georgiana again, and now Ryan Rockwell. Cooper Hunt a touch. Blasted on the near side. They're trying to break Bryce Bendishaw. Never got in his direction. Red Raiders pick up possession again. Bendishaw getting back. They're trying to knock it away from Sam Fitzpatrick. And the Red Raiders send it back to the Mustangs' defensive line. Will step up there from Roebuck. Played back by Georgiana. Rockwell on the near boundary. Good pressure from Ram 10 to deflect it out. Another substitution here on the Laurel Highlands side. Maddox McAllister checking out. And back into the game is Braden Hall, number 13. Senior defender. There's Casey Mahoney. Send forward to Tim Lasik. Now the Red Raiders get it again. Up to Hospa Davis, trying to go between defenders. Hospa Davis staying within the box. Hospa Davis even got a little header there, but just sent it wide. But what an effort out of Cal Hospa Davis. Good run there, just sending it wide of Luke Simpson. And by far, Uniontown has been the better team tonight. Another free kick here from Luke Simpson. It's back on the Red Raiders defensive line. To Cooper Gilliland. Played high, and going down on the play was Woods. We play on. Mustangs have possession. Lasik will touch back, and Braden Hall getting a piece of it. Back to Hunt again. Now the keeper Simpson. Over to Georgiana. And Simpson again. Red Raiders just a little token pressure. It's been enough, giving the Mustangs some fits now. Get out of their own zone. Georgiana again. Broken up there by Ram 10. Woods stepping up. Georgiana trying to get another piece of it. Does so over to Wilson. Laid low off to Braden Hall. I sit up on the front line to Wilson. Off to Bryce Bendishaw here on the near side. And Georgiana breaking down the near wing. Goes in his direction. Couldn't keep it in play. 7:05 left here in the first half. Still 1-0 Uniontown lead over Laurel Highlands. Whistle. I have a foul here on the near side. It's going on the Mustangs again. Now Sam Fitzpatrick taking the free kick just inside the Laurel Highlands zone. Give him a couple of seconds here to tie his shoe. Fitzpatrick lines up. Good little blast. Touch there by 10. And scooped up by Simpson. Both 10 and Woods have been extremely solid from the Red Raiders midfield tonight as well. Woods is on it right now. Forward there to Roebuck. You look at Woods, only a freshman. 10, a senior. Fitzpatrick and Parker King, the two Uniontown captains. And you look on the Laurel Highlands side, 10 of the 11 starters tonight were seniors. Lone sophomore in the starting 11 was Cole Radcliffe. And it's these young Uniontown guys that have been possessing the way so far with 5:30 left here in the first half. And Cole Radcliffe was getting set to make the throw, and he's getting substituted out. I think he wanted to stay in the game. Didn't look too happy. Coach called his number from the far side, giving him a little rest. He's played the opening 35, trying to keep his legs fresh for the second half. Red Raiders win it back again. Ram 10 deflected down there by Georgiana. Stay Uniontown ball. We've got under 5 minutes left here in the first half. 10 reloads. Connor D'Amico entered the game on the Laurel Highlands side, replacing Radcliffe. 10, a little spin back. Over to Woods. Was looking there for Rocco Fuhrer, went through him. Cooper Hunt, a little poke there for the Mustangs, looking for possession. Red Raiders trying to spin it back. Hunt on the blast, and a good run here from Thatcher Wilson. Wilson, along with the Mustangs' Cole Radcliffe, expected to compete as far as the Mustangs' leading scorer for this season. Wilson had 16 goals a season ago. Courtney Weston also strong on that front line, but the Mustangs, again, could not make anything out of that attack. Stays 1-0 Uniontown over Laurel Highlands. 10 down on the near side again. Mustangs deflected out. You may have, 2 balls on the field, yes. Ram 10 will throw it in again here for Uniontown. Deflected down by Bendishaw. Blasted back by Logan Davis. Should have been a foul on Tim Lasik. Was trying to pull down Braylon Woods. Nothing was called. Mustangs try to go wide on the far side. Sent down there by D'Amico. Playing catch there with Hall. Laurel Highlands looking for the right combination right now. He played 37 minutes of soccer. They're still without a goal. Down 1-0. Mahoney on the back line. Touch from Maggart. Back to Simpson on the reset. Need something going here before the halftime whistle. All right, change things around here. They're trying to break Thatcher Wilson again. Hand up. I think we got offsides. Or do we have a foul committed there on a hold? I think Wilson might have got hooked. Yeah, Wilson got hooked. He's a little hot. But it will be a free kick here for the Mustangs from just outside the 18-yard box. With 2:10 left here in the first half, so by far the best scoring opportunity of the night for Laurel Highlands. I'll put it down here. Tim Lasik over the ball right now. Let's see who takes it. Lasik lining up. Just over 27 yards from goal. Now a 1:45 left here in the first half. Here we go. Three-player wall set up for Uniontown. Lasik to take the free kick. On the blast. Puts it in the back of the net. Tim Lasik on the free kick with 1:33 left here in the first half. Ties this game at 1. What a blast from Lasik from 27 yards out on the free kick. And the Mustangs right back in it at 1-1. There wasn't much the freshman keeper Tommy Harisi could do about that one. So the hook down on the Mustang rundown cost the Red Raiders a goal. And now Laurel Highlands for a little quick 2-for-1 here late. For a total momentum swing right before halftime. Have a whistle. Which way is this one going to go? Been a fun first half, though. This is the type of game that we hope for coming in. Close on both sides. I don't think anyone likes seeing those 7-0 games out there. Fun when both teams are competitive, fighting hard, and they've certainly done that so far here today. Hospa Davis playing it back to 10. But the Mustangs try to set it up here again on the run forward, looking for Thatcher Wilson. Deflected back with 45 seconds left in the half. Rocco Fuhrer there. Braylon Woods comes down the far wing. Looking for a little cross with Lasik defending. Lasik taking him to the corner flag. And he pushed him out. Roll a goal kick here in favor of the Mustangs. One final run with 25 seconds left here in the first half. Mustangs, a good blast looking for Wilson. Intercepted there by Uniontown's Levi Gilliland. 15 seconds left. Red Raiders win the ball back. Parker King down on the far side. 8 seconds left. I think that'll do it for the first half. We'll go to the locker room. 1-1. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Again, have to thank our sponsors here today. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law. The Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist. Now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51. North of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank, the law offices of Zebley, Mahal, and White. The Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. 1-1 at halftime. Laurel Highlands and Uniontown back in just a couple of minutes here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Just about ready to start the second half. Tied at 1, Laurel Highlands and Uniontown here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nice to have you along with us. Brian Morozak alongside Billy Dice tonight. Uniontown got on the scoreboard first. Ethan Roebuck a goal at the 34-26 mark of the first half to make it 1-0 Red Raiders. Tim Lasik coming back with a 27-yard free kick just before halftime at the 1:33 mark of the first half. That's where we stand right now, 1-1. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands opening game of the season for both the Mustangs and the Red Raiders. Again, appreciate you joining us tonight for high school soccer. If you're watching this game on Breezeline or Armstrong Cable, I'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs available live online. It's easy to find. Just log on to YouTube.com. You can search the South Union Township Sports Network for the replays there. You can also watch live on Facebook. It's facebook.com/South Union TV. You can also subscribe for notifications anytime that we go live. So Uniontown will get the second half started. Cal Hospa-Davis in the center circle. Hospa-Davis impressive, along with Braylon Woods and Ram 10. I mentioned Ethan Roebuck. The goal scorer on the Uniontown side, Tim Lasik, scoring for Laurel Highlands. Couple of good attacks from both Cole Radcliffe and Thatcher Wilson as well. His opening few minutes of the second half will be key to see who sets the tone over the final 40 minutes. Again, if we would remain tied after regulation, we'd play up to 2 10-minute overtime periods. The game would still be tied. It would be a draw since it's a regular season game, not a playoff game. If it would be a postseason contest, then you would have a shootout to determine who would advance. Not the case in the regular season. Sent in there by Parker King. Lasik looking for a touch and blasted out by Braden Hall. Mustangs working right to left as we describe it here in the second half. There's Bendishaw trying to free up Thatcher Wilson. Pass a little bit too far and out of his range. And Courtney Weston there on the Mustang side. Courtney a little quiet in the first half. Always very strong, though, on that Mustangs front line. There's Bryce Bendishaw. Low ball forward. Thatcher Wilson. Good blast. Set wide of the freshman keeper, Tommy Harisi. And Harisi will have a goal kick here at the 38-15 mark of the second half. Harisi line drive. That one going through Woods. Now the Red Raiders leading the attack back. And you had Ryan Rockwell try to initiate the contact. He took the worst of the blow, and now the Red Raiders another opportunity coming forward, line drive, and what a save there from Luke Simpson on the blast from Ethan Roebuck. So Roebuck looking for the brace and almost got it there. But Simpson has been tested a number of times so far in this game, up to the challenge again. Off a big-time blast from Roebuck, and now coming back here. Take offsides the call on the Mustang attack. Not used to seeing this many opportunities from Uniontown. And give these kids a lot of credit. I mentioned a younger team, 3 freshmen, a sophomore, 3 juniors, and 4 seniors in their starting lineup against the Laurel Highlands team that had 10 seniors and 1 sophomore in their starting 11 tonight. That one going through Georgiana. Ethan Roebuck trying to track it down. The Mustang ball here as they reload again. There's Woods, but intercepted there by Maddox McAllister. Good ball, Wilson sent down. You have Cole Radcliffe coming into the box. And the keeper, Harisi, got a little defensive help to get it outside the 18-yard box and cleared wide out of play on the far side. Red Raiders back line, at least the starting back line tonight. Cooper Gilliland, Logan Davis, Levi Gilliland, and Parker King. Another misplay off the throw-in. And there's certainly been some evident rust here in this contest on the Laurel Highlands side. It's some of those passes that are always so crisp just haven't been there at 100% so far this evening. Still 35 minutes and 42 seconds of soccer left to play. Ethan Roebuck there for Uniontown had it poked out of play. Kept back alive, Woods. It'll play back there to King. A little deflection here through the midfield. Ram 10 picking it up there for Uniontown, trying to lead the attack back. Little chip down the far side. That's Ethan Roebuck again, trying to hurdle a defender. Stay with it. Roebuck still with the ball, looking for a cross up to the top of the 18-yard box. That one went through Woods and back on the Laurel Highlands side. They're setting up the counter attack here with Thatcher Wilson trying to break. And Harisi with a little poke down on the near side as the Red Raiders get possession back again. Good effort there from Thatcher Wilson trying to keep it alive on the Laurel Highlands side, and does just that. Over to Lasik. Touch from Radcliffe. Down on the far side as Bryce Bendashaw looked to track it down, but again, solid defense on the Uniontown side. With 34-35 left here in the second half, this game still tied at 1. That one going out on the far side. We'll have a throw in here for Dominic Georgiana. Into Tim Lasik. Deflected in open space and blasted forward. Headed there by Cal Hospadavis. Down to Cooper Hunt. We'll send it off to Luke Simpson again. Up to Ram 10 now. The Red Raiders find the ball on the near wing. And a little dinged up there was Parker King. Uniontown will keep possession of the ball. King looking to send it in, but headed there by Laurel Highlands' Ryan Rockwell. And the Mustangs lose possession here on the near side with Thatcher Wilson. Ethan Roebuck got the scoring started for Uniontown at the 34-26 mark. Mustangs tied it at 1 with a Tim Lasik goal with 1:33 left before halftime. Whistle and a foul called here on Laurel Highlands again. It'll be a free kick as Ram 10 will line up about 35 yards from goal here on the near side. So 10 getting set to take it. See what the Red Raiders have planned here. 10, high lob, far post, looking for a header. Good poke there from Luke Simpson. Mustangs come back on the rundown with Bryce Bendashaw. But slowing it down is Braylon Woods again for Uniontown. Woods some fancy dribbling back through center. It's back to Ram 10 again. A little sidestep for a moment. Mustangs pick it up there from Cole Radcliffe. Radcliffe trying to go forward. Off of a deflection. Ball comes free on the far side. Will actually stay in play here as the Red Raiders control it. Pass intended there for Rocco Fuhrer. Mustangs find it again there. Bendashaw. Check that Ryan Rockwell. Ryan Rockwell between defenders. Good little run up the field. Halted there. That's going to be a foul on Cooper Hunt. Dangerous play. Actually got the spikes up. This could be a yellow card. And Hunt's going to get booked. It is yellow. Going to Cooper Hunt at the 31-44 mark of the second half. So he'll have to sit out for 5. Mustangs can make the substitution, and they will. That's a high school rule. We'll have to come out for 5 after a yellow card. Casey Mahoney into the game replacing Hunt. That was certainly more of a dangerous play situation more than anything. Got the spikes up high. I think a pretty good call there from the officials. You have to make that just for the safety of the players on both sides. So Uniontown will have the free kick. Brian Morozak along with Billy Dice here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nice to have you along with us on a Monday night as the high school soccer season gets underway. And look out here, another opportunity inside the box here for Uniontown, and fanning there was Ethan Roebuck. Just had a point-blank opportunity there on Luke Simpson. Now Simpson will send it out. Good blast, angled on the far side. Mustangs just possession for a moment. They turn it over at center again. And Ram 10. Pull it off to his left as the Red Raiders try to step up into the play. Angled on the near wing. Touch from Parker King. Off to his left, looking for Rocco Fuhrer. Now King again. King trying to stay with it. One of the Red Raider co-captains was the last to touch it going out. So it'll be a Casey Mahoney throwing. We'll have it back to Maddox McAllister. Down to Rockwell. Touch from Wilson. And now Lasik going wide on the far side. To Bryce Bendishaw. Lost it there. Sam Fitzpatrick coming back. Fitzpatrick on the attack. Into the box. Fitzpatrick a little poke. Was trying to leave it off there to Hospa Davis, who was camping in front of Simpson, but never got in Kyle's direction. Played 10 minutes here in the second half. A half an hour left in regulation play. Laurel Highlands and Uniontown knotted at 1. Haven't had a goal scored here in the second half. Ethan Roebuck scored just over 5 minutes in. On the Uniontown side, Tim Lasik countered in the final 2 minutes of the second half. I've done a lot of these Uniontown Laurel Highlands soccer games over the last 10 years or so. This has been by far one of the closest. And usually it's the Mustangs blowing out the Red Raiders at this juncture of the game. We mentioned coming in, Laurel Highlands has won 34 straight in this series over Uniontown. Uniontown has not won against Laurel Highlands since 2004. After the Red Raiders didn't win a game last year, a casual observer might think coming in that that trend would hold easily, but Uniontown's put up a fight. Led throughout much of the first half. Now knotted up at 1. Goals and scoring opportunities have been tough to come by in this one. Here's Woods stepping up. Braylon Woods looking for an opportunity, but the Mustangs win the ball back again. Here to Thatcher Wilson. They'll leave off going out of play here on the near side. Red Raiders getting a little sloppy here on the near boundary. Rolled it off of Laurel Highlands and out. Parker King. That should be going the other way. And there's Wilson angling it off on the far side. No one home. Throw-in going in Uniontown's direction. We're going to have a Uniontown substitution as well. Let you know that our sponsors here on the South Union Township Sports Network tonight, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, Chesler's Fine Furniture at 51 north of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, the law offices of Zebley, Mahaloff, and White, the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. 27-25 left in regulation time. Laurel Highlands and Uniontown still knotted up at 1. Red Raiders with the ball right now. Going to break out of their own zone. Little lob down the near side. Maddox McAllister there on the Mustang side, just letting it go out of play. Will be Laurel Highlands ball. Got our next broadcast here on the South Union Township Sports Network coming your way Wednesday. We'll have the Laurel Highlands girls soccer team in action against Belle Vernon. That'll be a 7:40 start here on the network. Have our simulcast with WMBS coming up on Friday of the Laurel Highlands football game with Belle Vernon. 7 o'clock start here from Mustang Field. Next Laurel Highlands boys soccer game here on the network a week from Thursday at home against Ringgold. A little shoulder-to-shoulder collision there on the back line. Might have had offsides called. We did on the Mustangs. We talked about some of the struggles of this Uniontown soccer program. They have not had an above 500 season since 1997. Actually went 9-8, 8-6 in section play. Finished in third place, but at the time, only the top 2 teams made the playoffs. So they've never played a postseason game since the Uniontown soccer program started. But had some consistent years in the late 90s. 8-9-1 in 98, 7-8-3 in 99. Mustangs leading this attack back with Thatcher Wilson again. Little low ball lobbed off there to Cole Radcliffe. Radcliffe top of the 18 battling. Radcliffe winning it back. A little shot towards the goal. And somehow Tommy Harisi with a little help from a couple of defenders got a piece of it. Now Braylon Woods on the counterattack. Sending it forward with offsides, and that should be a yellow card. Spiked ball there from Sam Fitzpatrick. Frustrated about the offsides call. Spiked the ball, and he's going to get a yellow card right here for Uniontown. No doubt about that. Can't do that. Second yellow we've seen in the second half. Cooper Hunt picked one up at the 31-44 mark. And now Fitzpatrick shown the yellow at the 25-19 mark. And since more than 5 minutes of time has elapsed, Hunt able to come back in as Lasik on the ball right now for the Mustangs. Little leave off here on the near side to Thatcher Wilson. Touch back to Lasik again. Those two play catch. Wilson down low. Lob just off the side of the goal. Out of play. It'll be Uniontown ball and another goal kick. Go back to Tommy Harisi again and give Tommy a lot of credit. Freshman making his first start in his first game against a team your school has not beat in 19 years. Have yielded only 1 goal so far. Through over 55 minutes of soccer. And your team has the game tied. Give him mad props for that. Here's Ethan Roebuck leaving it off down the far wing. Cooper Hunt back in defending there for Laurel Highlands as the ball goes out of play. Red Raiders unable to make anything of that one. The way this game's been so nip and tuck, you'd have to think the next goal might be the golden goal to win it. Haven't had a lot of scoring opportunities on either side. With a handball called there. Mustangs take the free kick with 23:50 left in regulation time. Red Raiders quickly get it back, and the Red Raiders had a lot of the ball. On the run down again, Ethan Roebuck. But Cooper Hunt playing it there for the Mustangs. Back to Luke Simpson. And Simpson's made a couple of big saves for the Mustangs as well tonight. Certainly helped keeping Laurel Highlands in the game. Just yielded that one to Roebuck early. Red Raiders with Roebuck again. Gonna send it off to his left. Got deflected back there to Braylon Woods, who's down on the play now for Uniontown. Woods thought he got upended. But he's down inside the Mustang box. And we have another. Do we have another yellow card issued there? I think we might have had a yellow issued to Jamie Holland, Uniontown head coach. Leads to the Red Raider bench, let's put it that way. They didn't show a red to him, did they? They give him a red there? He's walking off. And they might have shown the red there to Jamie Holland. Phil, get a camera on him walking off there on the left. Out of play. There's Jamie Holland. He's not going to grab that corner flag and throw it down like Jerry Rogers Jr. did a couple of years ago. That's what I was waiting for, Billy. I want to make sure you got that on camera in case we'd have an outburst. But Jamie Holland given the red card. You'd have to think something big went on there. I mean, usually you get the warning issued first. But a straight red issued to Uniontown head coach Jamie Holland, but his team trying to fight back for the head coach. Ethan Roebuck down on the far side. Deflected out of play. Will be a corner kick here for the Red Raiders. Talk about first tonight. Mentioned Harisi, the freshman, his first start and goal. Well, Holland, a first-year head coach for Uniontown, gets a red card in his first game. How about that? Don't see that very often. He'll have to miss Uniontown's next game. Red Raiders also scheduled to play on Thursday. And Uniontown will be playing Albert Gallatin on Thursday back at Bill Power Stadium. The game scheduled on Saturday will count in the regular season standings, but obviously not in the conference standings. Teams do play, both schools play over the weekend. You know those matchups here in a second again. This one's still tied at 1. 21:52 left. Uniontown will have games against Beth Center and Brownsville. It'll be a doubleheader on Saturday. Both of those games will be at Bill Power Stadium. Laurel Highlands will travel to Beth Center for an opening game on Saturday and then travel to Brownsville. It's part of that Fayette County soccer showcase. They play those games all around Fayette County. They'll throw in a couple Mon Valley and border county teams as well. I think Laurel Highlands girls team playing 2 games here at Mustang Field on Saturday as well. .21-10 left here in regulation time. Had a pair of goals scored in the first half. We've had 3 cards here in the second half, a pair of yellows and a red on the Uniontown head coach Jamie Holland. Another Red Raider upended there as Parker King went down. And another card shown. Is that shown in Rockwell's direction? Yes, it was. So Ryan Rockwell picking up the yellow card at the 20:52 mark of the second half. And if you're new to high school soccer, any form of soccer, 2 yellows also equal a red. And if you get a red on the field, obviously it didn't count for Jamie Holland, your team has to play a player short. So, for instance, in the Mustangs regular season finale last year against Trinity, Laurel Highlands was issued 4 red cards. They were 4 players short at the end of that match. You talk about a power play. 20:52 left in regulation time. After the Rockwell yellow, free kick here for Uniontown, and what a blast there from Levi Gilliland into the box. Little header back. They're trying to set up the shot there from Rocco Fuhrer. Got deflected back on the Mustangs near line. Maddox McAllister down to Thatcher Wilson. Now Maddox again looking for a run back, but it's Ram 10 as Maddox goes down. Coming back for the Red Raiders. Maddox still down. We play on until the Mustangs get possession. They'll roll back there to the keeper, Luke Simpson. Maddox is still down. We're still playing on for now, and finally we'll get an injury stoppage. Injury stoppage with 20:20 left here in the second half. Now McAllister will have to check out since they stopped the game for him. I think he's trying to plead his case to stay in, but unless something changed in the offseason when they stopped the game for you, I thought you had to check out. And he does. And Sean Maggart will check back in now on the Mustang side. Laurel Highlands will start it here, but generally you have the sportsmanship little kickback towards the other team after your player was injured. They'll put it down, and the Mustangs are just going to keep possession. It's in a 1-1 game. Take any possession you can get. There's Cooper Hunt dribbling out on the near side. That was intended for Courtney Weston, deflected back. Going off of Mahoney, and look out, a little open space there for Ethan Roebuck again, corralling it in. Georgiana slide tackle. Roebuck trying to keep it alive there for Uniontown, trying to fight back into the play. But the Mustangs pick up possession on the counterattack on the far side to Bryce Bendishaw. Good ball down to Cole Radcliffe. Radcliffe down the far wing here for the Mustangs, but his attack slowed, but a whistle. I think we're going to have a hold there, but the Mustangs go quickly. Opportunity for Lasik, another slide tackle from about 20 yards out. Lasik went down. No foul called that time. Now Lasik slow in getting up. He stopped the game for him, so he's going to have to check out. You do have an injury stoppage with 19:10 left here in the second half. Get our sponsors here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes. SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. Chesler's Fine Furniture at 51 north of Uniontown. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank, the law offices of Zebley Mahaloff and White. The Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer Boosters, and the South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Brian Morozak along with Billy Dice tonight, 19:10 left in the second half. An injury stoppage situation here. Ethan Roebuck, the lone goal for Uniontown, came at the 34-26 mark of the first half. Tim Lasik, the answer back for Laurel Highlands with 1:33 to play. And now Tim Lasik being helped off.
The Mustang girls soccer team will be here to face Bill Vernon. JV at 6, varsity at 7:30. And on Friday, the Mustang football team will play their first home game against Bill Vernon. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock.
I think we're finally ready to resume. And the referee's talking who should have possession here. You had Lasik taking the shot attempt. That was blocked. And then he went down. Looks like they're going to give it back here to the Uniontown keeper, Tommy Harisi, and they do. And Tommy will lob it off here on the near side. That's Connor D'Amico back into the game. Got a touch. Over to Cooper Hunt. That one went through Matt Kolensik. And out of bounds on the far side. One of the Mustangs, unfortunately, we will not see this year. Andrew Majakovic out for the season with an injury. Always tough to miss a full season of high school soccer, especially your senior year. Hope Andrew's doing well. Ethan Roebuck on another attack here for Uniontown. Roebuck, side of the box with Casey Mahoney defending. Roebuck trying to stay with it, just ran a little bit too deep on the play. Be a goal kick going back to Luke Simpson. This one's been fun tonight. Never know what to expect early in the season. The Mustangs and the Red Raiders have been nip and tuck. Again, Laurel Highlands has won 34 straight in this series. Last Uniontown win, 2004. Little battle here. Had Wilson check that Bendishad down. Now Roebuck on the far side for Uniontown, and Georgiana poking it out. Ram 10 getting the ball back there for the Red Raiders. 10 trying to heel it back in front of Bendishad. Ball goes out of play on the far side. Uniontown ball. They'll go quickly again. Back to Mahoney of Laurel Highlands, with the Red Raiders with a blast going wide from about 30 yards out. Have a goal kick here for Luke Simpson. And if the game's tied after regulation, they'll play up to 20 minutes of overtime, 2 10-minute overtime halves. That's a golden goal situation. First team to score would win, unlike some other forms of soccer when you have extra time added like that. You'd play the full extent of the time out, not in a high school game. The low ball going towards Luke Simpson. And Tommy Harisi hasn't seen much action over the last couple of minutes of this game. Uniontown's had more of the ball. Sean Magger trying to change that. Was looking for Courtney Weston on a lob up. Deflected back to D'Amico, and now Connor D'Amico looking to send it in Weston's direction again. Red Raiders, though, win it back. Nice little step up there from Levi Gilliland. Down to Woods. Nice little lead forward to Ram 10. And on the attack, the Red Raiders, low shot towards the goal, and another save from Simpson. That one taken by Sam Fitzpatrick. Good team effort, though, on the setup there from the Red Raiders, starting from the back line all the way through. Good scoring opportunity. Nice to see both of the school's athletic directors out here tonight. Mike Smith, co-athletic director at Laurel Highlands, along with Mark John and Harry Kaufman here tonight as well on the Uniontown side. Of course, these two schools' football teams played this past Friday. Laurel Highlands winning the varsity game. The Uniontown JVs, though, won here on Saturday. Always a heated rivalry between these two schools, no matter what the sports. Red Raiders send another shot attempt wide. Sean Maggart now checking out. You have Hall back in here. Yes, Braden Hall checking back in on the Laurel Highlands side. Also Ryan Rockwell returning after his yellow card. So 14:39 left in regulation time. These final 15 minutes of regulation have in store for us. Rockwell on the ball here. Ryan Rockwell trying to spin to open space in the direction of Hall, but out of his range and out. The Uniontown ball. Parker King headed along there by Noah Holland. Going into the corner, Cooper Hunt defending. Last touch by Uniontown going out. There's Rocco Fuhrer down there on the Red Raiders side. And a free kick for Luke Simpson. Simpson on the blast. Courtney Weston trying to pick it up. His possession time short-lived as Levi Gilliland sends it back down in Ethan Roebuck's direction on the far wing. Spun back by the Mustangs' Tim Lasik. Touched again by Weston. Was looking for a little settle. The only player there was Cal Hospidavis on the Uniontown side. Now the Red Raiders try to set it up again. Down on the far wing, Roebuck looking for the center. Mustangs win it back. You might have a push call here on the run back on Fitzpatrick. And he has to watch his P's and Q's right now, sitting on a yellow. Courtney Weston playing it back there with Bryce Bendishaw. Mustangs try to set it up, but it's Ram 10 coming back here for Uniontown. It'll leave off to Parker King. King on the cross. Touched by Fitzpatrick. And Noah Holland out there as well. I've not seen Braylon Woods return after his injury on the Uniontown side. In fact, he might be getting set to check in right now. I believe that's Woods getting set to check in on the next whistle. Mustangs looking for a rundown. You had Radcliffe, Wilson, and Weston all there. Red Raiders sent it out of play. Radcliffe to reload. Pulls it back to Bryce Bendishaw. Touch from Lasik, the lone Mustang goal scorer looking for number 2. Sends this one high. Had a couple of opportunities, both Lasik and Roebuck looking for a brace tonight. Still 1-1. 11:50 left here in the second half. Played back to center. Hunt knocks it down. Got to come forward there to Lasik. Touched off to Rockwell. He shouldered off the ball there by Holland, and that should be a foul. It is on Noah Holland. Another Red Raider freshman. Mustangs were trying to go quickly there, but Uniontown was making the substitution, getting Braylon Woods back into the game. And settled down, and Woods with a touch. Coming forward there to Hospa Davis. Uniontown looking for a little open space. Good job there from both Georgiana and Hunt to slow the run down on the Mustang side. 11:03 left. You wonder, does either side maybe have a spark plug on the bench, some fresh legs? Guys that haven't seen the field maybe tonight that could give you a little run down and maybe that deciding goal. Casey Mahoney going back to Simpson. Sending it back to center again. There's Rockwell. Low ball, and you have Thatcher Wilson, top of the 18. Big save, initially by the freshman. Ball still loose, and finally covered there by Harisi. So Tommy Harisi made the initial save that got behind him. Got a little defensive help, and somehow Harisi able to cover again. And he'll blast it back on the near side, and it goes out there off of Rocco Fuhrer. Mustangs trying to go quickly again. This game's going to get heated here in the final 10 minutes. You could tell tied at 1. Crosstown rivals getting chippy out on the field right now. Cooper Hunt, a little open space, blast into the box. Sent off the football upright. A goal kick coming back here for Harisi. Stalking our cameraman, Billy Dice. Billy says he's never filmed high school soccer before. It's a great introduction to the game tonight. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands tied at 1. Little line drive. And Woods picked up possession but quickly whistled down. Now Woods is down. Cramping up. A little muggy earlier. Woods only a freshman, injury stoppage with 9:12 left in regulation time. Again, our sponsors on the South Union Township Sports Network: Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, they're actually going to carry Woods off. United Bank, the law offices of Zebley, Mahaloff, and White, the Laurel Highlands boys soccer boosters, and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. So they carry the freshman Woods off, who appear to be cramping, with 9:12 left in regulation time. Be the Mustangs' ball here. Get things restarted. Back to Braden Hall. Playing catch with Mahoney. Now they'll reset here with Simpson. 9 minutes to play. Simpson trying to angle it off on the far wing. Was bodied down there by the Mustangs' Bryce Bendishaw. Deflected out of play by Uniontown. Goes back into Ryan Rockwell. Going shoulder to shoulder there with Cal Hospa Davis. That one off of Laurel Highlands and out. The Red Raiders will take the throw in front of the Mustang bench. It's sent down to the far side, but I think out of the range of any of the Mustangs any of the Red Raiders on the run down. And Simpson out to the top of the 18 to scoop it up away from Rocco Fuhrer. Now Simpson on the blast to center. Going through Cole Radcliffe. This one deflected back to the keeper, Tommy Harisi. Tommy angling it off now on the near side. Was headed initially there by Parker King. Deflected out of play by the Mustangs' Ryan Rockwell. Now King will stay with it. The lob forward looking for Fuhrer. It's deflected back in King's direction. Controlled there by the Mustangs' Thatcher Wilson. On the back line to Hall. Too far for Radcliffe. And right into the hands of Harisi again. Tommy Harisi's name spelled Hriscisce. I should have talked to Tommy before the start of the match just to make sure I had his name right. Coaching staff says they just call him Tom. Another one whistled down. And a free kick here for the Mustangs' Cooper Hunt. 7:05 to play. What a start to our high school soccer season here on the South Union Township Sports Network as Hunt sends it down to Thatcher Wilson over to Ryan Rockwell. Nice little sidestep there. Rockwell looking for the cross. Low ball out in front, deflected back by the Red Raiders. Top of the 18. Lasik a deflection just going wide on the far side. Mustangs oh so close there. Now back into the match on the Uniontown side, Braylon Woods. I give Billy credit. He said, look out for Woods before the start of the match. And he's been dynamic tonight as well. And he be the hero of the night. Sent off on the near side, off the body of Hall. Forward to Rockwell. Might have been a handball call there on the Uniontown side. No. Fraction on the Mustangs. 6:04 to play. Free kick here for Uniontown. Levi Gilliland will take the free kick. Clock continues to roll. 5:50 left here in the second half. Gilliland line drive goes right into the body of Ryan Rockwell. Low ball to Thatcher Wilson. Plenty of open space. Sent forward if it's onside. It's a great play to Courtney Weston, but scooped up again by the freshman Harisi, who was aggressive, came right out to the top of the 18 to take that one away, but the Red Raiders threw it away on the clear out intended for Parker King, and the Mustangs, a missed throw in there from Thatcher Wilson. So both teams trying to go a little too quickly here. Throwing away some opportunities. So Uniontown gets a reprieve. Levi Gilliland back down on the near side. And trying to spin forward there, Fitzpatrick. Nice little leave off here to Rocco Fuhrer. Low shot and it got by Simpson. Rocco Fuhrer makes it 2-1 Uniontown. Simpson got a piece of it, just could not hang on. And Uniontown a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands with 4:54 to play in the second half. They haven't knocked off the Mustangs since 2004. Here we go, buckle up, final 4:50 of regulation time. Mustangs now down a goal. Again, Laurel Highlands has won 34 straight against Uniontown. The Red Raider fans love it on the goal announcement there from Fuhrer. Rocco Fuhrer, the goal at the 4:54 mark of the second half. And you have to think Laurel Highlands will be throwing a few more attackers up on that front line, trying to get an equalizer. I don't think you want to get too conservative, though, if you're Uniontown. I don't think you go into park the bus mode, just up a goal. Under 4 minutes to play. And still stay on the attack. Do what you've done all night long. Another line drive. This time picked up by the Mustangs' Tim Lasik. Played forward, touched there by Courtney Weston. A little contact, Thatcher Wilson. Seeing it down on the near side of Cole Ratcliffe, looking for the cross. And sent out by Uniontown's Cooper Gilliland. Mustangs reset Ryan Rockwell. His throw in intercepted. Comes back to Hall, little poke forward, Ram 10 steps up. All pinballs out here on the near side. Mustangs are saying it's their ball, but they're giving the throw in here to Uniontown. Referees agree. Another touch from Hall. Over to Ryan Rockwell. A collision down on the near side. And cleared out by Parker King. Cooper Hunt going back with 2:39 to play. Goes all the way across the field on the far side. Mustangs looking for any type of open space. Dominic Georgiana. Through ball too far. And the freshman's keeper, Tommy Harisi, scoops it up. And we can't even interview Uniontown's head coach, Jamie Holland, if the Red Raiders hang on to win tonight, because he picked up a red card midway through the second half. So the Red Raiders doing this without their head coach, trying to hang on with 2:07 to play. Mustangs have another counterattack coming back. They're looking for Thatcher Wilson. Nice little header on the back line. And that was picked up there by Parker King. They're trying to clear it out. Play whistle down with 1:55 to play. Will be the Mustangs' ball. The ball was never, though, put back into play. Laurel Highlands was trying to break on the far side, but the referees have not given yet the go-ahead. And the Mustangs are wasting some time right now, and they're still going to waste time. And now we're going to get an official stoppage here with 1:36 to play. Let's need a ball here, guys. And they got one. A free kick from Hospa Davis. Sent wide on the far side to Ethan Roebuck, who scored the first goal of the night for Uniontown. Over to Bryce Bendishaw. Bendishaw on the far boundary. Little leave off to Courtney Weston. Weston trying to battle back. Want to be aggressive, but not overly aggressive, or you can get yourself in a situation to pick up another foul. The Mustangs down to just 70 seconds left. Down 2-1, and now if you're on the Uniontown side, you can take a little extra time on some of these throw-ins. Let's see if Hospa Davis just takes it down to the corner flag. Mustangs get a touch, under a minute left. 53 seconds left. Something we have not seen in 19 years. But it happened tonight. Laurel Highlands looking for the equalizer. Radcliffe, cross out in front. Open space went through Weston. Deflected back to the top of the 18 there. Bendishaw couldn't pull it down. 35 seconds left. Goes back to Georgiana. Touch there from Mahoney. Top of the box, Weston. Looking for Wilson. Ram 10 is there to clear it out for Uniontown. Deflected back to Hall again. There's Wilson, a blast going wide with 15 seconds left, and that could just about do it. Well, Laurel Highlands had won 34 straight games in this series. 34 straight until tonight. For the first time in 19 years, the Uniontown Red Raiders boys soccer team defeats Laurel Highlands. 2-1 your final score. Uniontown soccer might be back here in 2023. Goals from Rocco Fuhrer and Ethan Roebuck tonight, the difference. Tim Lasik, the lone goal for Laurel Highlands, a game that saw the Red Raiders head coach Jamie Holland pick up a red card midway through the second half, and now some of the frustration starting to boil over here a little bit. Look out, guys. And I think Jerry Rogers Jr. trying to pull back a couple of his kids as well. Uniontown celebrating. And a well-played, hard-fought game on both sides. And now the teams will shake hands here as Uniontown starts off their season with a win. Uniontown didn't win a game last year. 0-14-1 overall. 0-13-1 in conference play. Laurel Highlands was 7-11 a year ago. Falls in their opener of 2023. Again, your final score, Uniontown 2 and Laurel Highlands 1. Tonight's broadcast, a joint cooperative venture featuring Armstrong Cable, Breezeline Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. For Billy Dice, I'm Brian Morozak. Have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, Uniontown 2 and Laurel Highlands 1. The Red Raiders knock off the Mustangs for the first time since 2004. So long, everybody, from Mustang Field. And as we sign off, these two teams still getting a little heated here, but we'll say goodbye tonight from Mustang Field here on the South Union Township Sports Network.